Good morning. This is April 20th, just before the market opens up here. Let's just look at the market structure. Here is the overnight session. Great bullish momentum. So we're going to probably be opening up just above yesterday's high here for the market. So let's see how that goes. In today's recording, I will go over my new dome template just because I had some questions around little details. And at the same time, I'm going to be able to discuss some other little details around some prop firms with BULENOX. I'm going to cover certain little questions that I got. I will also review the PA agreement for Leeloo and also Apex. So these are the two agreements that you sign when you basically sign up with them. So I'll come back to this a bit later. So let's just get back into trading mode here. I think we're gonna have to be a bit patient here because I'm not too sure what to do here. I think it's pretty bullish, but the open could always be a bit wild. So let's see. So quickly before I do that, I just want to go back. Here's the market
World Bank
open.
President Molpa says, I expect the food security crisis to last at least months or perhaps into next year.
So nothing major here in the news. I'm just gonna reopen here FinancialJuice. Let's see here what's going on. So we've got some stuff here around 8:30 that was already announced. So I think there's Daily or someone from the Fed talking. So let's see. Let's get back to trading here. Yeah, so obviously we opened up really above yesterday's high here. I mean, not really, but kind of close to it. Yeah, Nasdaq's pretty strong. Let's see. So basically, I've got my payout ready for Apex this month. So let's see how this goes. So I've been having a couple of questions here on my brackets here. I'm just going to show you that here quickly. I mean, this is what I have. Okay, so this is, I use basically, how you call it, Jigsaw for that. So I have this bracket on. Sorry, the market's just doing new highs here, so let's just let it do its thing here. So this is my bracket that I have here for Nasdaq. Especially when I'm scalping, I want to keep the targets very quick and the stop pretty tight. This is really just scalping value on the tape. That's one bracket. The other bracket is just simply having 16 to 20 tick stops on Nasdaq. I think, especially at the beginning of the trading day, I kind of just go with the tight stops, and then if I get stopped out a couple of times, I kind of reassess and all that. As you can see, I do post my profits and all that with the funded accounts, so hopefully that's helping because I'm getting a lot of questions and I just want to cover certain things around, my trading style and the domes. What I have here is the YM. I have basically Russell on the left, and then I have Nasdaq. The way I set this up is I kind of got, someone else kind of gave me this idea. I put in the momentum tails. It tells me the range that the market's been in within what the last, if I'm not mistaken, I put these settings for the dome. So that's the timer and all that with Jigsaw. So what I really want is to see the most recent momentum here. You see, it's from 236 to what, 242-ish, right? So that's the kind of thing I'm looking at, and I think we have some kind of an opportunity probably to get some scalps here. So let's see if we can get anything. I'm just gonna see if I wanna go with a short most likely here. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go with a short. Come on. And that's not gonna work out. Probably might have to scratch it, but I think we can come back. I think I'm gonna come back here. There we go. Come on in. Made a new low. Beautiful. That was my Leeloo. All right, the reason why I went with a short, I kind of box ES. Okay, I'm looking at ES, 80s to 75-ish. You know, that's the kind of box I look at. And as soon as I could see some momentum to the downside on one, I have an idea of both of them. They're kind of like, you know, you see here, they're kind of really aligning together. They're moving pretty much in the same direction. It's just that ES is a bit slower, but you know, it's fine. It's just telling you that the direction is at least very clear. And now here we're making a new low here on both markets. So it was just a little scalp idea which worked perfectly, as you can see. And let's just put this. That was one little scalp there. So if I could show you quickly here, that was the trade. I did one little micro trade on my Apex funded account, just because this one I'm actually waiting for the payout. It's my third payout for the end of month, so I'm not really trading much of the the performance account on Apex. So I've got the Leeloo account here. We just got a nice little profit there with the two lots that we shorted. Okay. And now I think we're kind of getting into that mode where the market really does want to go lower, discover, you know, do some price discovery, probably back into yesterday's M period here. That's what I'm expecting. So quick little market profile nuance there. All right, so let's see here. Trying to see if I could maybe look for a nice little scalp here, but I'm not too sure. I think it's not a great idea to go with this short. Let's see. Let's just put this. I'm going to keep it really tight. I like the idea of going short. Oh, we got stopped out on that one. So that's fine because I just like to have the stop tighter here just to assess what the market really wants to do. I think the market really does want to go low here. I'm just being too... All right, there we go. We got a nice little short. So I'm just going to remove the stop for now. I'm reading the market pretty well. Direction is low. We might get a squeeze here. I'm expecting a squeeze maybe close to 14,170. So let's see if we can get something out of that. So here we are. So a couple of trades there, nothing to go crazy about. The stops are tight at the beginning of the day. I just like to assess how I'm reading the market and all that. All right, so the market really is looking short-sided here. I think we can get another nice little. Yeah, it's pretty shorts on. Sorry, the bears are on in control here. Get that to move out of the way, and I think we can get something out of this. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna get stopped up. Nope, got the move we wanted. There we go. Was trying to move it. Too bad. Yeah, it's definitely a short here. It's nothing to go long on. Too bad. I just couldn't get the the profit faster there. Too bad. It's just too bad. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's still a short here. Nothing to go long on. Definitely.
ECB's Nagel says the frequency of ECB rate hikes is to depend on economic data.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my TICKSTRIKE here. I forgot to put the. Here we are. Sorry for that. I forgot to add. Here's my TICKSTRIKE stocks here, as you can see, and the noise is probably gonna come now. So let's see here. I think we're gonna have to. The market really wants to go higher here. It might squeeze a bit here, so I think we're gonna go for a long. There we go. Beautiful. You see that? Reading it perfectly. Like I can't even say this is tremendous. There we go. So we got a couple of trades on our funded account here on Leeloo. Beautiful. So let's let the market do its thing here. I'm just gonna show you guys the market profile. So like I said, I was expecting some kind of a reaction, not too far from the 170s here. So I think now we can most likely go into balance mode. Let's see. I was gonna maybe talk about something else here, but I think I'm just gonna go with just don't like how ES is really lagging here, and it's not helping NASDAQ at all. And I'm missing the entry here on NASDAQ, which is not going to work. So let's just put it at that. Let's see. If you get a short, this is it. No, we're not going to go with a short here. I don't like how ES is really hovering above 44.80 here, which could definitely bring in some sort of a squeeze here on Nasdaq. So I'm going to give it a try here at the O2s on Nasdaq. And I think we got the quick scalp. That was quick. Yeah, too bad I had the automatic order to, yeah, it's just $40 scalp there.
ECB's Nagel says that data suggests that ECB bond buying should end soon.
There we are. So now it's gonna most likely squeeze maybe. I think we're short again. I think I should go for a short here. Gonna go for a short. Move it. Now we're gonna get it. Yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get a squeeze here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Come on. Ah, too bad. It's clear. It really wants to go lower. Look at ES. Anyway, too bad we missed a huge scalp there. Definitely missed it. Yeah, too bad. I knew it was the direction. The direction was right. I just didn't get the right entry. Happens. So that's what we have so far. And now we're making new lows, so too bad. Yeah, but I did say the 170s, right? I was expecting some kind of reaction here. Let's see if I can get anything going here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not too sure on the long side here now, as the momentum just looks like it's picking up here. ES is not doing really anything here. Yeah, really tight. We're really tight here. Yes, I think it's going to go lower. It's going to take this Nasdaq a bit lower here. The momentum is really strong to the lower, to the downside here. So let's just maybe get into our discussion here. I think we've got a couple of good trades here. Here is again the news. Here is BULENOX. I just want to discuss the withdrawal and performance account here with BULENOX. I think this is one of the best firms out there. Apex, Leeloo, BULENOX, Earn to Trade, they're all, you know, very legit and really good. I just like the fact that with BULENOX you have the opportunity to have 2 payouts per month. So they actually explain that here in this help section where they're explaining how the master account works, so the threshold and all that. So as usual, you know, you're able to have, you know, at least a 20-day trading period once you get approved on the performance account. And because I had a couple questions around this and just wanted to clarify this, you know, for most traders who kind of, you know, don't take the time to go review certain things. So it's the same way they have, you know, the commission structure, which, you know, they split between the trader, and then you're able to have certain amounts per payout. That's the master account rules. The payout, so the fee for the accounts, okay? And they explain here again the rhythmic user and all that. So I mean, I think if we go into frequently asked questions here, minimum trading days, you know, again 10. I'm just gonna go into this information that I had here. I was just looking at it earlier, and I think here is what I was gonna look at. Position size, trading drawdown, all the current instruments that you're able to trade. So pretty much the same as the regular ones. Now we got the market really. That's huge movement here in the market. Just wanted to quickly update you guys on that. So here, ES is into M period of yesterday. Nasdaq's really like back all the way into the single prints from the overnight, and I think we can easily head back to 14.095 here, as I think we've got some unbelievable stuff going on here. I'm gonna let the market do its thing here because I think I'm gonna catch along here on EA and Leeloo. If I can get anything. No, that's not gonna work. Wanted to go in with 3 lot there. That's not gonna work. There's a possibility here of getting a squeeze here. That's I had my stop too early there, so I'm gonna let the market come all the way back here. Let's see. Need some momentum. Gonna let it do its thing. ES is too close to its low. I think we can get a pop here on NASDAQ. Come on. Once we get above 28s, I'm gonna be really happy. I'm being a bit aggressive here, just to, really get a pop here.
Russia coal and oil dependence faster than gas.
Being too prudent, I think we're not ready for a huge move here in this market, but let's see. Yeah, it's not. Give it a try sometimes, Okay, so let's leave the market alone. I don't want to go long on this one because I think I've missed a huge chunk of the move down. Yeah, too bad. Probably here now we can get something going. I think coming back into 22s would be good here. If I can get some squeeze, I'm going to add to this one, but it's just, being way too slow. I'm not convinced on it much here, but if I get something, yeah, I think we're going to get a squeeze here. Come on. Yeah, it's going to squeeze. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for it. Come on.
So Putin orders the government to prepare a new WTO strategy.
There we are. Yeah, it's just too quick here. Beautiful. There we are. Wow. Crazy movements here in this market. That's what I got. I think we got the squeeze we wanted. Are we ready for another one? Maybe. Maybe not. Nope, sorry. That's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, we'll leave it at that for now. Let's get back to our BULENOX explanation here on the master accounts.
Form of US
Captured a nice little long here again. Sorry for that.
5.77 million on the prior 6.02 million with a range.
Market is really hesitant here. It's been tough to get a good idea of what the market wants to do, but the squeezes have worked a couple of times here. So if you come back to the agreements now, for the agreements here on Leeloo, I'm just gonna explain. This is how the funded accounts work. So with Leeloo, I actually have a three lot funded account. The only regret I have here is that 3 lots. What happens is that you're basically limited to the payout structure in the first month. So I received already 1,000, and then the second payout also is 1,000, and then after what is it, fourth payouts, I think this could most likely, it's just the threshold is pretty low on a 3 lot account. Yeah, I think the best thing is to really go with at least an 8 or 12, so that your payouts could be a bit higher. And so this is the Leeloo agreement. Okay. So again, they explain how the whole thing works, and I can get to the agreement here with Apex. So pretty much 4 contracts for Apex, and they actually have a higher amount here with their minimum payouts. Okay, so the maximum payout, sorry. So let's say it's pretty much the same threshold as Leeloo, but their payouts are higher, and I have a 4 lot funded account, which I'm going to start trading next week. But I have made already several payouts from my 17 lot here. So that's the maximum I can take out per withdrawal. And then after that, there's no maximum. So what I've been actually doing is I've been above the threshold for the last 3 payouts already. And I will actually, I'm going to get to the third payout. And I'm just taking out approximately 2,500. I think last payout will be $2,000. I already took 2,500 out once. So that's the kind of thing you have to really just monitor with these, and then there's the 27, which is really decent. It's just that, you need to get the 6,500 in a threshold before being eligible to payouts. Okay. So that was one little quick thing I wanted to address there. I think at the end of the day, if you're able to get, and here I've got a nice little scalp long here on Leeloo. At the same time I was talking, sorry for that here. I just saw that there was a good opportunity to get a little scalp there. Here is the market structure. So again, I think we're getting into B period here, first 30 minutes. I hope that was clear when it came to the funded accounts, and I really do like BULENOX giving the opportunity to be able to, you know, make some payouts and have. I think at the end of the day, it's all about having several accounts and being able to, really get several payouts per month. Some news coming out here, guys. I'm gonna go for the scalp here. I love it. Beautiful. That was a beautiful scalp. All right, so let's see if B period could give us some firecrackers here in this market. I think we could most likely expect a balanced market now, going both ways, working it out, working the trades. Um, I just need to get one trade out of my Apex account here to get it to count as a day here. So now the market's just making new lows again. So Apex, that was a nice little scalpish idea there. Didn't work out. News on ECB here. So let's see. All right. So man, the market's just really on a tear here. No doubt. I mean, I wouldn't have ever been able to hold this short, even if I had any kind of a bias. But I really didn't have any bias here. I still think we're gonna most likely have a day where we're gonna probably finish back into in the previous day's range. We're most likely just gonna go in, fill in some voids from yesterday's move up. I mean, Nasdaq has already cleared the single prints, so that's pretty much. So let's see here. Trying to get a new reset here. If you can get. There we are. Wow. Wow. Just gonna put a stop right there. Beautiful. That was tremendous. The momentum just shifted tremendously there. Sometimes you're able to put a sell stop just at that level because there's just tremendous momentum. The market's just, looking at ES above this 55, I wouldn't do that, but below it, I think we could do that here. Now we can most likely get some kind of a scalp long here on Nasdaq, which wouldn't make it too tough here, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the long here. Give it to us, give it to us. Beautiful. Yeah, not liking it. Trying, you see how I like to just get one. So, all right, let's see if we get anything here. I think we're gonna have to squeeze big time here. 10 seconds for some news here. We got something going here. Beautiful. So that was a nice scalp again. So far, we made it to a certain level here, which is good. Um, some of the MAE is a bit higher. It's just because I, basically added to the trades there. So it's normal that, sometimes you get some MAE a bit more than regular because the market, moves around with some news that came in. But that last trade definitely was a tremendous one. I think I was able to get a good move out of that. So I think this is the first 30 minutes of April 20th. Now the market's screaming back lower here, so let's see if we can get anything here. I've been trading pretty much clear here. Nothing to go crazy about. Like I said, I generally like to just keep it, you know, with the momentum, with the overall stocks correlating together. Like at this moment here, I'm gonna just let the market do its thing because I think it's gonna chop around, and because ES is kind of like in a mid-range area here, not too far from the lows, but doesn't really mean anything. I'd rather go long once ES, let's say, has hard time getting getting below the 55. So it's just a quick way for me to structure my trading so that I'm not. So that's what this way I'm not always trying to kind of like fear of missing out. So let's see here. I think we've hit the 30-minute mark here on the video. I'm trying to keep them, as tight and easy as possible, but sometimes it's not all that obvious. Here we are. I think it's going to give it to us now. There we go. Just move it I'm just going to go and put a quick stop on one here. I'm going to try to keep a runner here, and I think it's going to come, and there we are. Got stopped out. So we're too close to the lows on NASDAQ, and ES is having a hard time above the 55s. So gonna squeeze this market up. ES is not really cooperating, but at least we got some, you know, scalps out of it. Now I think we can most likely go with the long here, but anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a day. Did a great job so far. That's where you get tired and then things get a bit wonky. You always want to just monitor your your read in the markets. Here is the P&L. Sorry, I didn't. Just gonna have to arrange my screen here because I think you guys are not able to see. All right, here we are. So that's the day so far. Apex and Leeloo accounts did well. Look, waiting for my last payout, my third payout on the Apex funded account. Made the request today. Other than that, I think there was one little thing coming into the domes, right? Yeah, with the domes, I was explaining that here. I think there's a problem with the tape on my Nasdaq here. The color is really weird. This is not the usual color here. So I have the one lots just to have the pace of the market to be able to see it that way. This is ES showing me where I have, I just put, since we have low liquidity most days, I have my tape as this way on ES, okay? And then here's my tape, the regular tape for NASDAQ, okay? And then this is basically NASDAQ that gives me all of the 10 and above blocks for NASDAQ. And ES has this for the blocks, okay? So if ever Jigsaw guys, here is that. I have a good trader friend who gave me his template, which looks really like what is it, trading technologies template there, and I just like it. I keep it just for the MES on the side. I like the coloring of it, but I might probably not switch to it right now because I kind of like how my domes are set up with the momentum tails that really show me how the market's really rotating. You're able to put shortcuts on your keyboard just to erase and do the cleaning of that. So I mean, keeping it simple, really just following the overall trend of the markets. Here we have no real trend. Okay, I think they're all kind of, Nasdaq is just leading really. It's look at Russell and YM doing its own thing. So what happens is in this case, what I look for is if I see them doing their own thing, I just really go ahead and watch Nasdaq and ES. Most days that's the main correlations because I really like to trade Nasdaq most days. Here we're hovering around the 55s again. I think ES is really wanting to make a new low here. I mean, I think we're going to get to at least 44, what is it, 44.50-ish, 44, 45s in ES, and maybe then we could expect more of a move back into the upper levels of yesterday's range. So it's 10:07, April 20th. We have several trades already.
Again on UK home prices at rising mortgage interest rates are likely to weaken mortgage affordability for borrowers seeking new loans.
Okay, so went over BULENOX payout system there. The PA, what is it, the performance account with Leeloo there. Hope that was helpful because some people have been asking me that. So we also went over the agreement with what is it, with Apex as well. So I think that gives you guys a good idea of how these firms work. Hopefully that helps. Um, Other than that, I'm going to put all the links to certain videos that Apex has been giving to traders. I think those videos could definitely help when it comes to certain questions that you guys are asking. I'm just going to show you guys quickly if I could. So, their support kind of gave us this list of, links that definitely will help. I'm going to put these links below on Apex. Don't forget that Leeloo has the 83% discount off. So that's the percent of 83% off on Leeloo. Hope that helps. Also with Apex, we still have the same, you know, uh, levels with the percentages. They have the 50% off continuing, and then we have BULENOX that's got also the 80% off. I will also put my links below for that. So there we are. So far, so good. I try to really capture the most of my trades when I review certain things. Again, it's really just about the correlations. Guys, just record your screens, go back and check, at least get some kind of a decent trading domes that, I personally love Jigsaw. I'll also put Jigsaw's link at the belows. You guys should really, it's all about how you kind of want to set up your domes, right? I mean, I think everyone has their own system. I'm going along here on Apex here at the same time. We're gonna get a nice little scalp. Uh, Come on, move it for us. Tremendous. Okay, I think we're going to get something out of this one here. I'm going to go and be a bit more aggressive. I'm looking for maybe a decent move here, and I think we're going to get a... Wow, here we are. Come on, squeeze, squeeze for me. I think we're going to squeeze here. It's going to squeeze. Just going to try to get some off the table here. There we are. Keep a runner there. It just didn't work. Too bad. Yeah, because that could have been an easy $500 to $1,000 trade there. It's just the momentum. I mean, you get used to it. I mean, ES is now hovering above that 55. I think we can start looking for longs in this market. I think we're going to most likely squeeze these guys out. If I could initially get a nice little position here, that could move me here. And I'm trying here to get... Okay, so it's definitely going to move here. So I'm going to look for another scalpish here activity. I'm sure we can get a squeeze here. It's not ready. But once we get above these 78s, we're going to squeeze. And I think ES just needs some buyers to step in here. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Here we are. I have 3 long guys looking for a nice squeeze in this market. There we go. Come on. I'm trying to really keep a core position here. We're going to remove one. If I can get one more out of the way. Really expecting this move to really go. If it could go, we're going to get a huge move on this one here. I'm going to move there. Get one out of there here. There we are. One left. Wow, this is crazy. I think I've just captured a decent move here, guys. We already have $600 in profit here. Wow, that's beautiful. Trading it like a pro. That's what I call it. I'm going to just go and... Wow, we're going to get this to go. Just going to have to highlight this in Twitter, guys. Sorry. Capturing a tremendous move here. Oh, wow. And we're still going. I'm going to put the stop right here. One left. One left. If I can get run runner. Like I said, I'm reading correlations perfectly here, right? Okay, so now I like it here. Big runner on Nasdaq. Wow. What a day, guys. What a day trading the Apex and funded account here. Really happy to show you guys this tremendous day here. Tremendous, I have to say. Really did a great job here. Just gonna post this on Twitter. So, wanted to just cover that. Went and posted that on Twitter, guys. Really, really fortunate to be able to, have enough screen time to be able to trade the entries that I have today. Almost perfect entries, I have to say. Really, you know, looking at, I just look at certain levels where, the market wants to react and then look at market. I mean, go and see what ES does here and then what it does at this level here, It's just quickly a visual way to, tell yourself, do I enter now? I mean, I think my entry here now would be really caught with, one market that's kind of like in a range here, and then if I go long, let's say on Nasdaq, right here, let's say I go long on the O2s, right? Yeah, already I would have been, badly. And then if I was attempting another long here, I think it would be a really bad idea because ES is just about to pull back to, the round number here, right? So it's just quick ways to, and then if I see that that's not working, So like I was saying, if I was planning to go long here, right? Uh, what I do is kind of look at ES when it comes and it's hovering here, which is telling me that this one wants to go higher. So both markets are actually very well correlated. It's just you have one that's moving much faster like Nasdaq. So here coming into a certain level, I don't want to go long. I'll probably wait for some kind of pullback here on ES. But if I do go long on Nasdaq here, I'll only probably go long with one. You see, that's why spending a lot of screen time, kind of like knowing when to adjust, when to go in with one lot, when to go in with two lots, or that's why um, I've gotten to a point where I really like to, you know where I'm wrong and then reassess, right? So that's the whole point. When you're wrong, it's all about knowing when you're wrong, it's all about knowing, okay, I'm wrong here, but it's probably because, the market now wants to do this, right? Uh, so like now, if I was to go long at the 18s, I know that we're probably most likely going to go closer to the 65s here on ES. It's all about probabilities, right? So I'd rather look for maybe some kind of a long position once ES kind of gets above the 70 and or it comes back to the 65s. And that's why I kind of like always monitor what the NYC tick is doing. So the tick has been generally above zeros here. So I know that the market has never really kind of found any kind of momentum below the zero line here on the ticks. So it's not a super bearish type day. You understand what I mean? So you always kind of have to have that behind in mind to make sure that you're not putting trades where the overall conditions are not optimal. So here we've got some. I'm just going to keep it to around 45 minutes here for this video. I hope this was pretty, I won't say entertaining, but at least we were able to review certain things together. And I know I have had a lot of questions around certain things around the PA accounts and all that. So hopefully that is going to help. Other than that, we're most likely going to have a day where, we're going to have to be, cautious, not too bullish, not too bearish. I'd say once we kind of get above, sorry, I'm just gonna put the way I see this is, we're gonna most likely build a nice little profile that's gonna be within this range from yesterday. A little cautious thing is that Nasdaq has not come back to the single print from yesterday, and ES hasn't as well. So that could also be that whoever just wanted to short this at the open will most likely just get some kind of a distribution here within yesterday's M period for ES. So that's kind of the market structure I'm looking at. And other than that, here now is when you could look for a short idea here on the markets. I think I missed my entry there. Yeah, totally missed it. Oh, wow. You see? So that did not work out. We're getting closer to the lows here. So I'm going to keep it at that. Hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate. I am willing to, share my templates and my domes, stuff like that. Um, we did not really discuss much of the footprints here with Sierra charts. Sorry, I'm just gonna play around with that here. What kind of structure we have here? I just look at the rotations, where the battles were. So we know that the battle was here in the first rotation, and then the market is kind of stuck back into that same region again. Other than that, I think there's nothing really that's giving us huge clues here from the footprint. Nothing that tells around the unfinished businesses at the lows. One thing I always like to look at is, when the market comes into the lows like this, right? Is there is there exhaustion, right? There is exhaustion. There is exhaustion, but this here doesn't really look like much of an exhaustion here. It's just basically, and if you look at, you know, absorption, right? There's not much absorption either. So you always gotta have to tell yourself if whoever bought this here, it was not really passive, it was aggressive buying, right? So they got more aggressive once they cleared where the sellers were aggressive in the previous rotation. So little clues that could help, but this is the pullback candle. So this is the A period, B period, and this is the pullback from the top of B period here. That's how I have my footprint. This is really just for most traders who like to have a structured approach and also at the same time be able to scalp the momentum that's here in the markets. Other than that, I think we're really doomed for some kind of distribution or some kind of a balance at these areas here on ES. So I wouldn't be super bearish or super bullish. I'd just really scalp the most current rotations. Again, let's just clear some of this here. I can clear the trades with one little keyboard hit, and then tells me here the quickly the momentum tails, what is it, 80s to 85. So the market's kind of rotating within this kind of, you know, ranges here on Nasdaq. ES is really not really volatile compared to Nasdaq today. And then you have Russell and YM. I rarely trade these, but it's just good to have when I have the recordings to be able to see how all these markets correlate together. All right, so that should be good. So hopefully that helped, guys, and we'll keep in touch. Don't hesitate to contact me. I'm more than willing to help traders who need certain things. Also comment and make sure to give me feedback here. I think you guys could also give me certain aspects of what you want to review, what would you like to discuss. I think I'm demonstrating most likely the way these funded accounts work, and at least be able to give you guys a good view of my trading. I think this type of trading is really, it doesn't give you much of a bias. I really go with the most important, you know, momentum correlations between the markets and adjusting when it's needed. I think the first hour or two are the ideal periods to trade. In the afternoon, certain days it gets choppy, and then between 11 to 12 it could get choppy. 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern it could also get choppy. So I think the optimal conditions are really when there are some news, and I try to generally avoid trading 1 or 2 minutes right into the news as well. So that's a general rule that I have. Hope this helps. Take care.